Obviously, winning in Nedbank, very important, and especially for a team like to win a double again.
The Nedbank Cup final, another of our goals achieved as a club, as a group of players, as brothers, also a personal goal. Unfortunately, I didn't have the opportunity to contribute in that game for an injury I had, but like I said, I was happy just for us to be there again.
It was an emotional moment for one. I watched the final at home. Even though I knew my situation was tough for me to travel with the team because I was still on crutches, and it was only a week after op. So I knew my chances of going are slim, but I wanted to go, but it didn't happen. I watched the game on TV, and the guys won, and I was celebrating off my crutches.
I honestly had no doubts who were going to take it. It doesn't really matter who we face in the final. Since I've been here, we have so much confidence, and when you look around in the changing room, when you look at our leaders, technical team, management, you get the confidence, and obviously our fans, that it's going to be a good day. Obviously, we had the joy to celebrate that evening together, which we did, of course, and a nice way to close the season. So you go home with that good feeling and knowing that you're going to be away from the guys for a few weeks.
Obviously now we as guys told ourselves that we want more. We obviously want to win the league and the CAF.
An end of a journey is the beginning of a new era. Though victories are greatly documented and celebrated, in this field of football, one is only as good as their last season.
Our off-season period is not really an off-season period. Every time you see off in the schedule, it doesn't matter if it's an off day or a week off. For us as a coaching staff, it means that we have more time to planning what's going to happen when we are not off. All the things that happen in pre-season, in between the games. So the off-season period that nowadays is getting smaller year after year. It's about planning, it's about analyze, especially what happened in the last season. In the last part of the season, we used to have a briefing period in between, every 6 months, let's say. But when we finish the season is the time when we try to be more critical with ourselves. We want to know if we were close to achieve our objectives or not, and what do we need in the upcoming season to make it possible. Usually are things that we prepare, that we plan when everybody else is off.
Celebrate, yes. Take time to rest, recoup, and embrace the glory of what has been achieved. But that's only a chapter. not the story.
Obviously, I was looking forward to spending time with my family, which I did. Caught up with my close friends, was able to attend weddings of close friends and family friends. Like I said, the things I couldn't do. And just to put your feet up a bit, enjoy the rest, enjoy the peace and quiet, which is very underrated. I think we always, in the limelight, there's always cameras, noise. So you just like to be, or I like to be in my own space with the people I love sharing good moments with.
So mina going home, obviously off season, ngiyengafuna vele ukubuyela ngibe nefamily yami, because you hardly spend time with your family isizini maseyiqalile. And so yeah, and I did that.
I didn't go home. I had to be here in Joburg for the physios to monitor my progress and for the checkup with the doctor, and that put a lot of stops to my plans. I had plans to finish my lobola. I had to put that on hold. So by the time the preseason started, already emotionally I was kind of in a very lower place than my usual self. But I would also give credit to the physios, because they were here with us. So every day would come for treatment. As much as I was feeling sorry for myself, but I was also kind of feeling for them, because they're not spending time with their families, and it's been a long season for them as well. So for them to have that extra time with us and that extra care for us meant a lot for me, that I even forgot about myself. I started thinking about them and their families, but they were here, and I'm grateful to them for that, because I don't think if I was reporting elsewhere, I was going to feel okay while everyone else is at home. But while I was reporting here and they were here, that made me feel better.
Obviously, I had an opportunity to go back home after a long period, as long as the season was, because I didn't manage to travel to Spain this time in the middle of the season. So it's important to obviously to go home to see your loved ones, to spend time with my daughter, with my wife, especially trying to put my mind somewhere else. But again, it's difficult. We are in 2024. Video calls, video meetings, constantly receiving and sending messages. It's something that plays a big role in our off-season time as well. So our profession is not a topic. It's not that we try to feel sorry about ourselves when we speak about it, but the truth is that we are busy every day, and not the 24 hours. Let's not be so dramatic, but off-season is a period that, in my opinion, will make a big difference. It is the period that is going to make the difference during the season. If you are accurate during that time, if you have the opportunity to develop a good planning, is the thing that is gonna help the most once you start to play.
Thabiso Sesane, playing centre back, Orlando Pirates. Pepe ubuya eMsotra, Soweto, ngidlala eKasi, then team young scout eKasi ngidlala tournament. So career yami yaqala khona ke lapho ke. Ngalibele ngidlala vele development, ngadlala MTC, then bangibiza bathi ngizojima ne-first team. Ngiyaqala lapho vele career yami, vele ngibona ukuthi hayi kumele ngibe serious kwezinye izinto kumele ngiziyeke, ngifocus ku career yami. 2021 then ngadlala i-first game yami Nedbank against uThongathi neOrlando. After lapho sadlala eAfrica Angola. I think mesibuya Angola sadlala ne Celtic, but mengise benchini, then sadlala ne Chipa mengise benchini, then amakhudmane wathola ama yellow card, suspended. So eteamini obvious prepare angeke ba prepare ngawo ukubonisa ukuthi uwevele uzoyiqala. So mesodlala neMaritzburg, so bangitshela Wednesday ekseni ngebreakfast ukuthi ngizoyiqala vele ngigame leMaritzburg. So yeah, ila ke ngathuka khona ke ukuthi awu, and then yenzakalana, and then mina mengirelaxile vele mengitshe ukuthi ngizoqala ebenchini.
Thabiso Sesane is a clear example of what you should be as a professional football player. He's an example for everybody to understand what it means to be patient when you are part of a team like Orlando Pirates. He was patient, zero complaints, and when I say zero, is zero. Not showing for a single time in a training, in a camp, in a friendly match, a symptom of being disappointed or wanting to show you as a coach or as a technical staff that he's not happy. Always delivering good performances in the trainings and patiently waiting for his opportunity.
After game ale Maritzburg, I think ngibengalimala hamstring. So after leyo season leyo, pre-season Northwest, I think nakhona ngibengalimala. So mesibuya la eJozi, ngathola i-call from e-ofisini. So ngaya ofisini, ngifika ofisini, angitshela ukuthi hayi ndoda sicela ukukulona cause asicabanga ukuthi ispace sakho sikhona this season. So ngaba shocked nami ukuthi hawu, and then kenzakalani manje. So ngathi hayi, it's fine. Ngabuza igama lethi mebangisa kulo, bathi Jomo Cosmos, angithi musikula sekusasekhaya musa. Mekunzima kakhulu futhi angeke ngicamba amanga. Mekunzima, ngihlale ngikhala ngifonela umama wami ngitshela ukuthi mina ngicabanga uyiyeka lento le yonke. Because to be honest, mina mengiphuma ku Cosmos like ngathi give up nje. Yabo, like ngifila ngathi ngile player la malone. Yabo, ngidlale I think 15 games Cosmos. After season ka Cosmos, ngathola i-call from Cape Town All Stars. Coach Themba. So uyangifuna. So ucela ukuthi ngikhulume ne-team which is Pirates. Okay, sharp. Mengifika ku All Stars. Nah, yabona ku All Stars. Environment me sharp kakhulu futhi angeke ngicamba manga. Mengifila ngathi usekhaya njengala. Yabuya ke confident yami lapho.
I mean, you're playing against your mother team.
Yeah.
Take us through the emotions of you walking through the tunnel now, Ungena the Pirates, but wearing a different black and white today.
Yeah, ngasho ukuthi be personal kakhulu kimi. Because ngifuna ukuwina. And then abafuna ukuwina but wenzekile bawinile. So sebenza kanzima futhi. Alibe liqhubeka iligi iqhubeka. Abantu bathi kumele ngibuye ekhaya. Mina angazi next ngisafocus eteamini yami kwamanje. Mephela isizini off season ngihlala ekhaya ngahamba ngayojima neSuperSport because i-team ise-Northwest for i-pre-season. Ngahamba ngochima ne-Supersport, ngatrainer. So chairman yangifonela athi ufuna ukuthi ngiripote e-Northwest campaign Wednesday. Fike ngijime Wednesday, gym Thursday, Friday sa mizidlali friendly. I think Saturday the time i-team izoya eSpain. Mina bangitshela ukuthi hayi angihambi. So me like kimi me ibhlungu kakhulu because la team wonke ama trip ngahambile mina. So le last season me ibhlungu kakhulu into eyenzeka kimi. So I had ukuthi ngihambe nokhalela umuntu oyiwana akekho omunye happy. So ngafika ngahlala naye ngakhala ngibonisa ukuthi hayi kumele ube strong. But yona me ibhlungu me ngihetha too much because mengazi nami ukuthi ngimephi. Hayi sharp i-team mebuya eSpain, Mr. D yangifonela wathi cela ngiripote eStarrock Park dlala friendly. Yeah, that day ngakhuluma ne-chairman yangibuza ukuthi ngi-ready ukudlala. Ngamphendula ngathi ya ngi-ready for ukudlala. Ngiyaqala le season ya last season. Meqala azange ngidlala ama-game avela kumele beliqala i-season. But mengazitsheli ukuthi phelile ngami. Mengizimotivate ukuthi mina i-chance engizoyithola ngizoyisebenzisa. So alibela adlala amajita, ijimini sakhuthazana, ngekho onekwali kulona ukuthi why lo adlala why because yazi ebholeni kunjani bazokutshela ukuthi usisiya umnandi naku Goodman why angadlali usisiya why ulontuzana Goodman angadlali yabo izinto ezinjalo. So lezo zinto lezo ngizijwayele from la Goodman lawa engafikela kuwe ezandleni mekunjalo. So if angidlali kumele uvula inhliziyo ithuba lakho lizofika. So ithuba lami lafika vele. So ngazitshela nami ukuthi kumele ifike. Akumelanga ngize ngilimale or ngenzeni. Like kumele ngibe strong.
And when that opportunity came, he showed that he was prepared, and he grabbed it with both hands. And until now, he didn't give us any reason to remove him from the start 11. I think he was there constantly and consistently. And for me, it's an example for every academy player, first of all, for every youngster, for every player that sometimes feel that maybe we are not looking at him or we are not thinking about him or he's not in our plans for the future, to say maybe it's a good idea to stay calm, to keep working, to keep listening, to be ready when my opportunity comes, and also to be thankful and glad and happy to be part of this group in whichever role I have to play in this moment. But let's see what's happening in the future.
Fresh from yet another victory, their second consecutive Nedbank Cup in hand, the mighty Buccaneers find themselves back at the beginning. It's time to build, to strive, to conquer anew in the 2024-2025 season.
2024, we Spain, Menkhona ke, and the mengijabule kakhulu elama Goodman ayasitshela ukuthi hayi lapha so la sharp hayi yabona ukuthi ayazi nasho ukuthi ziyakhipha ke Spain.
Of course, exciting for all of us. I'm sure for the management as well. It's not often that you get to go do your pre-season in Europe, more especially Spain, a holiday destination. So like I say, it needs a bit of discipline to keep focused on what you're actually there for, which is work.
Yeah, because mina besengibuyela kwesithu sengine experience sengiyazi ukuthi iweather yangale injani nani, but to be honest ayijwayeleki. It's hot and but it's nice.
I think on my side, maybe less excitement and more responsibility in making sure we move a certain direction so there's peace and harmony amongst all of us. At the end of the day, we're all pushing, trying to get fit and at least show the technical team and management that you're capable to contribute during the season when called upon.
First of all, the place where we used to go is giving us the opportunity to have a really professional preparation, top standards, the highest around the world in terms of training facilities. You really feel they're like a well-treated professional. The people who is hosting us there are also truly professionals. They know what the professional football team needs. They are always ready and willing to help. They were treating us with full respect. You know, they really want to play against us. They really respect us as a proper opposition team. And it's coming from our first time there that we really managed to play in a high level. We left there a really good impression of South African football. It's an opportunity for us as a team, as a group, to represent much more than ourselves. We are trying to paint a good picture of our club, our football club, Orlando Pirates, abroad. We are representing the South African football at the same time in a different environment. The weather is good, is hot. It can be hot by the time that we go in there, but at the same time is what we are going to find also in our own house, also in the continent when we have the opportunity to play Champions League. All of those components together, I think, is what is taking us to go there.
Vele mqeqeshi usifuna ejimini mqeqeshi siceda kufika maka sithi naye azilanga vele vacation lazila ukuzosipana.
This season like asiphumanga kakhulu azange sithola ama-off like bobona ukuthi like we mean business like we asizanga lapha yana on vacation or what, so ama-off days were less compared to last year. Sikwazile ukuthi sijele namajita afikayo sikwazile ukwa welcome kahle.
You guys, Rasebotja, Gilberto. Ras is very playful, but a smart boy. I don't think he gets excited easily. He's very observant. He found a group of guys, obviously you have friends that you're closer to that matches his personality. So that makes it a bit easier to be part of the team. And one thing I can say is, yeah, everybody's allowed to be themselves. No pressure in fitting in or dressing a certain way, having certain things. You come as you are and you accept it.
When I first met the guys, you know, the coach, I was welcomed very well. I don't want to lie. You know, the atmosphere was welcoming, and some of the guys I knew them from a long time because when I was at SuperSport, we played against them. Talent, I've been with him at SuperSport. Tito also, I've been with him a couple of years at SuperSport. So there was no feeling of awkwardness or any sort. They were integrated with most of the guys. It was nice, you know. You could open up more when they ask you questions about how you're feeling. It's a nice environment. You can see that the guys are we are charged up.
As usual, I used to get surprised positively with the players, with their personalities. They are so different. We have players like Rasebotja, really positively surprised with his character, his personality. He's a really smart guy, humble, extremely humble.
I grew up in Makhulering, in Kopani, last born of Peter and Elizabeth Rasebotja. Both parents were massively involved in my upbringing, and what I appreciate about them is that they never gave us any pressure to be people that we are not, or people that they want us to be. They allowed us to choose our career path. My background was pretty, I can say blessed for a young boy, because in each and every community, there are bad influences and stuff, but they kept me in their corner to protect me, and I'm just grateful for everything that they've done for both, for us, my brother and my sisters. Unfortunately, I lost my dad in 2014. I still miss him till today. I don't think my mom has recovered from my dad's passing, but we're there for her, we're there for each other, and we keep going and being grateful for the time that we've spent with him. I really wasn't much into football. My dad emphasized more on going to school, being literate, and but playing on the streets with my friends, after school, we used to play dicky ball there, and I used to score so many goals and dribble past everyone, and that's when I realized that maybe there's something in what we're doing, in the hobby that we're doing, and I took it to school, primary school, and that's when I started playing school football, but it wasn't paid much attention to until my dad came to one of my primary games. I think we were playing a final, and I scored in that final and we won, and my dad told me that maybe this is what you were born to do, so start taking this serious and see where it can take you, but don't ever forget that school is also important. It was the year that my dad passed, actually, that he told me those words, that maybe this is what I was born to do, take this thing serious, be disciplined.
We've seen the potential Rase has. A hard worker, he listens, he's open to information and trying to learn the Pirates way. I think which is very specific, so you need to have a certain capacity, which he does, to understand how we do things individually and as a team.
It's a pleasure to work with players like him, because it's not only about his quality, it's also listening, trying to understand what we need as a team, not what he needs only as not only as a football player, accepting really well the feedbacks, that you can easily realize soon that, this guy, if he's lucky enough, he's gonna make it, because he's listening, he's trying to understand what's going on all the time.
First of all, it's a big club, and it's every footballer's dream to be part of a big institution. And for me, I took it as a challenge, to have a story to tell one day to my kids, that I took a leap of faith and challenged myself to be part of this big institution. Let's see what history you make, and a name for yourself, and a legacy that you leave in here.
Chamo-me Miguel Vieira, mais conhecido por Gilberto, Gibelé. Nasci em Angola, sou da província de Luanda, do bairro Cascão do Buraco. Cresci no Golfe com os meus avós, onde desde pequeno eu seguia os meus mais velhos, que é para ver jogo. E aí fui me apaixonando pelo futebol. Em 2010, o meu pai levou-me num clube em Angola que chama-se Atlético Sport Aviação Asa, onde eu comecei com os primeiros passos. Fui recebido pelo treinador Sami Matias, onde comecei a jogar profissional e depois fui para um clube, Real Sambila, também em Angola, onde comecei também a jogar, mas já como júnior. 2020 saio daí, vou para um clube na província do Kwanza-Sul, que é o Recreativo do Libolo, onde fiz a minha estreia. E de seguida fui para o Petro de Luanda. Petro de Luanda fiz 2 épocas e esse ano vim aqui no Orlando Pirates.
Sibonange Thai, Askale Laf, we see what the Thai here already expressing himself in that way. Of course, he's still learning the language, but very playful, likes entertaining us, not shy. Kumdlalile ingoma nje uzombona nyakaze nje.
Ya mina mengazi ukuthi vele hayi ingwenye izojive yabona. Mengazi vele ukuthi hayi ingwenye because ngilibele vele ngabona ama video ukuthi hayi ingwenye umajive. Hayi so wajive vele kawamnandi sama welcome kahle.
And we allow him to be that because that's what makes him feel comfortable. It makes us happy to see people comfortable. And it will help in the field in the long run, so he can find his momentum quick.
Gilberto, a really singular guy coming from a different country, different league, different culture, but making an impact immediately in the group, well accepted by everybody else. Again, language obstacles, barriers that he needs to overcome, and everybody's willing to help. Everybody's trying to make the things easy for him in the trainings, to understand the schedules, everything, small things that helps us a lot to integrate. But luckily, we have a fantastic group. The contribution of the new ones, it's always something that you really want to see and observe during the pre-season period. Not only how much these players can contribute in terms of football, which is not a discussion. If they make it to be in this squad, it's because there's something, in terms of football. But to put the Pirates jersey on and to play your football is a different story. Not everybody can do it, or not everybody can do it immediately. We have situations, cases like Patrick Maswangani 1 year ago, already in Spain, scoring goals, already in Spain, the pre-season, delivering good performances and immediately making an impact in the team is not the most frequent thing, and is not what we expect when a new player is coming to our family. We know that the most common thing is that we need to be patient with them, we as a coaching staff, to allow them to be themselves, first of all, to express themselves as a football player so they can feel comfortable in the group, and then little by little try to help them to be a good football player in this team, in this group, in the way we want to do the things, in the way that our fans want to see the players on the field, helping them to succeed in Pirates, because this is a unique environment, this is a different environment, it's not the same than the place where they are coming from. And but we're taking care of each other, we are taking care of the people who is coming to the team for the first time, and that's the most important thing. Like I said, we have football everywhere, in every department. We have a lot of football in this team, a lot of quality, a lot of talent. Now it's our job to put them facing in the same direction and understanding that we are here fighting, like I used to say, for something that is much bigger than all of us together.
When we started training, you can see that, the things that coach wants, we pay fine attention to detail, Tactics are totally different from what I was coming from, and obviously the player needs time to adapt to what the coach wants, and I think I'm heading into the right direction, and you can see even in the matches that I participated in.
Come on, Bali!
could see that I still need to get the hang of what the coach really expects. But also the weather there wasn't conducive at all.
It's difficult to play in close to 40 degrees, so like I say, things like game management, intelligence comes into play where you can control the game at more of your pace. And I think a combination and a good mixture of that was shown by everybody.
The coaches prepared us very well for that game. They had the information about them.
That takes a lot of intelligence and maturity to understand the conditions, where we're at in pre-season. They're not just going all out, which could cause injuries and stuff like that.
We did our best, pre-season, coming back from a break. It won't be as smooth as we expected to be, but I think as games went on in pre-season, we fine-tuned things there and it got better. I think it showed against Sevilla.
Ukudlala igame yeSevilla, obviously I was sharing notes of Thabiso Mabasa, and it motivated us kakhulu ukuthi sodlala neSevilla, because you're playing for a big team and awazi ukuthi kufila kanjani ukudlala namanye ama-team, because ujwayele ukudlala nama-team amancane like South Africa. But obviously ukuya egamini yeSevilla motivated because uhlala ubabona labantu e-TV abakwazi, and obviously now ufuna ukuziveza ukuthi nami ngiyalazi ibhola yabo and angeke ngihlule.
European champions in the recent years, I think they've done it back-to-back or 3 times, and I think 5 or 6 times in total in past 10 years or something. Top internationals, played at the highest level. We can't deny that we've watched them, so it wasn't actually scary, more exciting that you also get to show your standard and level. And the result spoke for itself. The confidence spoke for itself. It was there for everybody to see.
I think it goes to every player ukuthi makadlala, whether igame incane or inkulu, you always want to do well and push yourself, because mawudlalela i-team njenge-Pirates kune-pressure kunayo yonke into, you always want to do well. So ukuya egamini yeSevilla bekune-motivation but enye encane, because you're playing i-team enkulu eyaziwayo worldwide. So ukuya kuyo bowazi vele ukuthi azini ngifuna ukuziprove bangibone ukuthi nami ngikude. I think ngidlale kahle, and obviously after lapho things change, because kunabantu abangayazi Pirates, abangayinaki. Okay, bayayazi but bebangayinaki kakhulu. But after obviously ukuthi sishaye iSevilla and babone nama-highlights, like bowuthola izinto eziningi. Obviously I scored kuleyo game le, and after lapho vele abantu bese bacala ukurecognize ukuthi le team lena i-dangerous nani. Anyway, besijabule kakhulu and besinalento ukuthi amadoda, if isikwazi ukushaya i-team enkulu kanjena, we can do it. So yeah, and we were happy and we were looking forward to ukubuya la South Africa sizocala i-league and nama-cups.
I-experience yakhona for mina like memnandi, angithi meyoqala mina ngi-enjoy kakhulu.
It was a nice feeling. Obviously I was getting into the new system with the coach, coming from a different, way of doing from SuperSport. So it was challenging, but it was all right.
And then the bigger picture is bringing all of that experience. We are Orlando Pirates. We failed last year. I'm not shy to say that, in qualifying for Champions League. But we've been given another opportunity, which was our hard work. And the saying goes, once bitten, twice shy. I think we carry that with us. I have responsibility not to forget about it. I've already said to the guys, we can't forget about that feeling. How we felt not qualifying after such hard work. So, like we say, we want to compete on all fronts. So, we give it another go, but more confident this time.
Then the team traveled to Spain. I saw them once before they traveled to meet with the new guys. It was brief, but I kind of felt I need to be around the team because, when new players come in, you want to integrate them, you want to make them feel welcome and stuff like that as one of the senior guys in the team. But that was not the case for me. I still have my issues with how everything went. So my issues were team dynamics for me because I'm one of the guys who are part of the leaders in the team. And that trip came very early in our preseason. I only saw the new guys once, as I said before. And not being able to be with them for that period of time was not sitting well with me, and I was not okay with that. But also understanding where the physios are coming from. And I don't know the decision, who makes that decision, but I understood the explanation, but I kind of felt like everyone could have consulted us and have our input as well. Then maybe I would have felt better with the decision of leaving us behind, because I feel like in pre-season especially, that's where the season ahead is planned. And not to be part of that, for me, kind of rub the salt in my wound that I'm injured. And it's like I'm not part of the team now. We are left here, when people don't see you and then you get calls, why are you not in Spain, and all of those things. And while we're attending also, you get to meet people. But you guys are supposed to be in Spain, and you have to explain also. I felt like I missed out on the team dynamics more than anything. The plans for the season, the goals for the season, how we are going to attain the goals, the chemistry of the team. I missed out on a lot of things, the team buildings. So I felt like I don't think that part was really thought of. But yeah, these things happen, man, and you get to accept them as they are. In that, I can also say it gave me a chance to get to know my teammates that I'm injured with, the likes of Goodman, Bandile, and Paseka.
Ndiyavuya uba senibuyile apha ekhaya. Even though ndibuye nge-injury, but it's fine, ndi-happy khona. Mna ngeke ngixoke, I felt like ndi-one. And now I can take that well in the time by one, but for a moment ibe ngathi yabona ngoku, because nefamily yami kude, bengingafuni umuntu at first, but saqala sathenda iphysio, Then besi-4 I think. Amajita saqala sathetha ngoku sathetha uyalibala noba uyi-1 ngoku. So ngingasho nithi if ngendi-1 andazi ngekwangenzeka ntoni.
Being behind with them kind of helped me a lot, and it made me closer to them more than anything. We used to, every time we attend, we used to, after finishing our sessions, we would stay in the parking lot for like hours. There's one instance that I remember very clearly where Mr. Williams treated us, and we were leaving, but he found us in the parking lot. And he left, and he came back after a few hours. We were still there. And he kind of got upset about it, but he was like, guys, you have to go home. And for me, those moments, they got me through the tough period, because in your injury, the initial stage is the most difficult one. And we were sharing stories about our experiences. That kind of helped me and made me feel like I'm not alone.
Sasikhuthazana vele, because you could see abanye like, because they did the operation before me. So ubona ba amajita bekho grand, but xa sidibene sonke wonke umuntu uyahleka, wonke umuntu uyalibala ingxaki zakhe. So ngajo isincedile sisonke, ayincedanga umuntu oyi-1, indincedile nami. Uxoki ngumuntu othethayo vele, uchilo yena wathi hayi mina ndi-appreciate sisonke, because I don't know ngekwenzeke ntoni if ngendi-1 nayo.
It means that we formed a brotherhood. We created a bond that was not there. People get close to their certain friends, and Bandile and Paseka, that is a no-go area. They are very close, but for him to also open a space for us and be closer to them, and for me to also get to know Goodman better and understand his family dynamics, it was huge, because now I feel like I've created another chemistry with these guys, and I'm grateful for that. Sometimes you will never find positivity in an injury, but that's one of the positive things I take from my experience with my injury.
Being injured is the worst situation for a football player, not because of the fact that you are not playing or you are not training, you are not part. It's the uncertainty around the injury, that when are you going to be back, because it's difficult to deal with that. So for us as a technical staff, for me as a coach, I think it's important to be present, try to find moments in our mornings during the process that we have here with the healthy players, not forgetting the ones who are not, available for selection. So trying to find, even if it's 5 or 10 minutes and you know that they are somewhere in the building doing some rehab, to try to be there, to be present, to have the opportunity to spend 3, 4, 5, 10 minutes, 15 sometimes with them, and sometimes even getting some valuable information for you as a coach, because they are looking at the things from a different perspective. They are not competing for the position, they are just like spectators, and they can give you sometimes important inputs about one player's situation or the way they understood our last game or our last performance, because they have the opportunity to be objective, fully objective, when they are giving you their opinion. So it's important for them to understand that they are still part of the group, even though they cannot be on the field, they cannot be in the 11, they cannot be in the 20, they cannot camp with us, but they are still important people. And actually right now the players that we have in the side are players with a huge personality and people that used to have a very, very important role in our group of players. So it's important for us that they feel us close, and trying to help them to reduce that uncertainty about their own situation.
Now the team got back from Spain. We have the first MTN game. We are the defending champions.
Well, welcome football fans to the official launch of the MTN8 competition, the 2024 edition, the 16th edition of this great celebration. It's the most lucrative prize on the African competition.
The team is gelling very well. You know, we are preparing really hard. Our intentions are clear again this season, what we want to achieve. Our objectives are clear for everyone, you know, and we are looking forward to start the campaign with MTN Trophy, and hopefully we get to defend it again.
It's gonna be the first game with the new players, with the new staff, and we're not part of it. And the most difficult part for me was that's where the team dynamics for me comes in play, because as much as I want to be involved, I still felt like I'm very far from the team. And it was very frustrating, because we're like, okay, how's the team looking like? How are the new guys getting along? And how are the new guys integrating with the team? But yeah, it was frustrating, but at the same time, knowing very well that the team needs our support.
Obviously namachita siyasetela nathi ama goals ne mandate ukuthi sifuna this season, and njengoba ngisho ukuthi sesakhuluma namachita eSpain ukuthi obviously we want to defend our trophies first, and we want to win the league and the CAF. So ukuza ku MTN8 besinento eyi-1 and besazi ukuthi kumele defend the cup lethu.
Good morning again, guys. Let's have a look of Superstore attacking in the offensive phase. Again, remember that every time we speak about the opponent, we are using our information, using our previous experiences, but at the same time, there's a little bit of speculation always about what they are going to do. Okay.
Lucky enough, we managed to finish in the top 8 last season. We were second, so we have the opportunity to play the MTN8. We have our first official game early in August, as we supposed to have our first league game. It gave us the opportunity to immediately start to think about winning.
Okay, morning boys. I mean, as normal, you know the story. What we have to do is, as much as we prepare for SuperSport, we have to anticipate that they're going to be a threat from the set pieces. There's no two ways about it. They've already scored against us last season from a set play. And what we know, this is one of their strengths. If there's any opportunity for them to apply pressure, or any opportunity for them to put us under pressure, they're going to feel that these set pieces are half chances. And that's why we have to be completely concentrated, completely aware, and completely in focus as to what we need to do to stop it.
So they are not going to have 2-3 seconds to think about the next action. Okay, they're going to have pressure, they're going to have a field that is not helping, so we need to make sure we have players running in. So like I told you the last time, identify as quick as possible if you have space to run. You don't want to run to the space, you want to play in the traffic, we are going to lose the game. It's 12. It's 12, game day 12, I'm telling you already, we are going to lose the game. Easy.
And funny enough is, I shared the story with Pasega and Shand. I said, hey, gents, I had a dream a day before. And the dream, I dreamt about a team, and we're in a very difficult situation. I explained the dream to them, and I told them, I said, I have a feeling this game is not going to be easy. And as much as it's not going to be easy, but we're going to win it. Because at the end, in my dream, we prevailed. And they were like, you're starting with your dreams. Because similar to Nedbank at the final, I told them a week before, like, gents, I just woke up with a dream. We were going to win the game. I don't know how, but we're going to win the game 2-1. And they were laughing at me. But now I'm sharing this dream with them, and they are still like, come on, man. It can't be like that.
So be generous. trying to finish the game quick, early, okay? If they are coming the way we expect, which is coming to press, not to speculate. I think today they're going to jam, or at least I think they should. But let's see. Is that clear? Are we ready to run?
Makhotmane vele ayakhuluma vele uthi madoda kanje nakanje angeke sophuma first game kanjalo kumele sigijimeni la ngeke solibele siprepare kanje siprepare kahle then sodliwa nge-first game naye kumele sigijimele sisipana naye yabona ukuthi hayi naze yabuya vandag qalile ke isizini manje kumele sisebenze manje.
It's gonna take a lot of effort for us to progress with control today, the way the field is, especially the first half. It's about concentration, it's about communication, okay? Guys, it's the first game of the season. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be perfect. But we have the opportunity to enjoy, we have the opportunity to show, we have the opportunity to talk that outside playing football. So let's do it, okay? Let's go.
Tom blast on his whistle and the new season is underway, starting with the MTN8 and not the league as is characteristic. It's the first time since a disrupted 2020-21 season. SuperSport United, incidentally, that's the last time they won a quarter-final against Marumo Gallants. It was 3-2. Now they get on the front foot here. Terence Tukumanja, the former Buccaneer, almost picking out a team.
Obviously, it was not going to be an easy game because SuperSport is strong and as Mane is shy, so I think Bekfunegin easy.
Dion Hotter can't keep that alive.
We don't have a good start. And it's like, flip. It can't be that day because it's the first game. We need to start strong. It's a cup we are defending and we are playing at home. I know SuperSport is not an easy team, but we have to get over this one. But we didn't have a great start for many reasons. It could be the ground, it could be SuperSport, they were pressing high. It could be the chemistry of the team. We are still not in that level yet.
Riveiro, after being plucked from what you would say is the relative obscurity of Interturku in Finland. Lovely play from Orlando Pirates here. Finally they get it moving. Chance placed over. Oh, Mofokeng. He'll know that he should have done much better with that. Some silky Buccaneers play to set him up.
As the game went on, we found our rhythm, we found our groove, and it was nice to watch and it was nice to see. It made us be at ease also watching from outside.
Against one another. This is the 90th time that they've met in all competitions since 1990 as Mofokeng takes it down well after that diagonal. Squares up to Lobia. A little bit of help here from Tukumanja. Dion Hotter. Still Hotter continues on. Masongani, chance to shoot, and he obliges. Oh, that is ever so close.
It's really first corner.
What can Mofokeng muster? That one fizzes across the face and has landed here for Monopule Saleng. Square ball. Oh, what a beautiful finish from the newly installed skipper, Olisenda. Finds the Buccaneers breakthrough.
he had the composure of a striker, of a seasoned striker, did the defender, Olisa Nda.
Basha ikhona deflection iwela kusaling. Kusaling tshele German ground. So badonsa bonke labantu. Hlale lapha ya vele Olisa. Saling cut back thole Olisa akore.
As the stadium erupts. His first one. What a start for the newly appointed captain.
We got the goal and we look like we could get more.
Orlando, the football is amazing. Wafa Wafa is back. 1-0 up for Pirates, but 45 more still to come. Stay with us.
Guys, the first game of the season is normally we are cramping, we are tired, whatever. Hands up, we continue, we keep the pressure, we keep the level on the field. All right, it's about the team. Yes, let's go guys.
Reinforcement. They've done well on set plays, corner kicks. They've done well on long throw-ins. Where there's a threat, win the first ball, win the second ball. Don't win the first one and then we wait. Win the first one, win the second one. We have done well on stopping the quick restarts. Let's continue on that. The game is lying on those small details. Let's go again.
Aye, it's the second half.
He's managed to see his teams keep 5 clean sheets. Bradley Robler, clever! Oh, SuperSport United have hit back. Vincent Poulet declines to celebrate against his former team, but what an impact he has had against the Buccaneers early in the second period.
And that's the goal for SuperSport United.
Stunned.
Suddenly, within the first 5 minutes, we concede a goal and flip. Now the game is in the balance. Knowing SuperSport, they have experienced players, and our team is still finding its feet. It was tough to watch the second half.
Extra time.
Uncle did when he debuted.
Yeah, can you believe it? Shane Buckenpool making the debut.
Akudlala. Sibone kahle ukuthi hayi manje ngathi sisenkingeni. Ngibiza uSaling ngimtshela ukuthi hayi ngwanaka we need a plan no. Abona ka sana plan, we need a plan. Mna it's a plan.
Masangani for Dlamini, who crosses long to the back post. Brilliantly done. Oh, that is amazingly worked. And Saleh finishes it off with a tap-in. Orlando Pirates have re-established their advantage.
It was nerve-wracking from up there, but the guys, they had a good game. They pushed, they fought for one another. We got an extra gear, which was nice to see because since not being involved with the team, you don't know how much we have in terms of the tank. But when I saw that extra time performance, I was like, the guys are fit.
Couple of players in the box for SuperSport United. Corner now. Time ticking away.
Bone kahle ukuthi hayi no sekuyisikhathi sokuvala lapha emuva yabo angivale vele lapha emuva sino Olisa sithole vele le3 finish game.
Masangani threading it through for Saleng, who was onside and then struck home from distance into the empty net to surely wrap it up. Evidence Mahopa deals the telling blow.
I was very happy because now we are in the semi-final. That gives confidence to the new guys, and it's a continuation of what we've built because the team has been through tough battles, but we've overcome many, and winning has been part of our DNA now, and we have to make sure that continues.
It was a tough first hurdle against SuperSport United. Vincent Poulet cancelling out Solisa Nda's first Orlando Pirates goal.
It was good seeing Vincent Pule, and I think wenze kahle kuleya game leyana, and for umuntu odlale kahle for le team lena wawina lama trophy nan ukubuya kwakhe as the opponent akuhlali kahle nanoma sesazi ukuthi no move on, but that guy is a great guy, he's a good human being, and that's why namhlanje ama-supporter appreciate nathi amajita appreciate, and I don't think kuhambe kabi eteamini, but ukumbona abuya adlala nathi kanje obviously ku difficult, but it's nice ukumbona abuya adlala naye.
Coming back from the SuperSport match, and then we had to go to Cape Town and face Cape Town City.
The turbulence was so bad that we hear behind us the tables and the things, the kitchen things, they're falling.
You get on social media and there are talks that the match might be postponed, cancelled, and now we're anxious. We don't know what's going to happen next.
Angibona ukuthi ayisinking in manje.
Nanoma bangathi bayazama ukwenza ama-tricks mhlambe singazi thina besisijelile ukuthi okay thina sizoba ready because into esisazoyifacea kubo CAF.